I am a fool. That is one thing for certain.
So I figured I'd get on here today and talk to you guys. I went and helped my brother for a couple days this week. So I was thinking, I posted a video yesterday. The It was a really a surreal experience. So, when my brother and I went in line and we went and saw that uh woman who was just kind of gracious and walked up and didn't know what to do, and basically all of us were just kind of standing around. We were like pawns where she just kind of flowed in and flowed out with her pizza, and everybody else was just doing things the old way. We were all standing in front of the kiosk and ordering our kiosk, and watching her have someone help her, even the little that I did, just kind of graciously helping her say, yeah, it's okay to go talk, ask for this person over here, this person over here. um, she was even gracious to me when I didn't even really do anything. And, she just came in and just came out. It reminded me that everyone, you know, this one saying, everyone is looking for this one saying that the truth will set you free. So, what that truth is and how it sets you free is really what everybody is striving for. And I think for me, the ultimate truth is that, we are all one, and the law of one. And when you look at life that way, and how, you know, when somebody asks you for something, just do it. You know, uh, you can put money in the way or not put it in the way. You have to use your best judgment for that, but for an energetic exchange. But when you're living a life of service, you're always going to be provided for. If you're just living for yourself, you're never going to be provided for, right? I mean, that's and your mental state will drop. It's all about being in a place of peace and understanding that you are provided for and taking care of yourself, and also taking care of who you feel like you need to take care of, and using your intuition to do that. If your intuition is telling you, it takes a long time to get in touch with your intuition when when you're growing. Everything is growing. Everyone's awareness is growing and expanding, and understanding how to keep moving forward, that's healthy, and understanding that you're always taken care of will finally get you in a place of peace. It lets you unpack all those burdens of having to worry about tomorrow, because tomorrow will take care of itself. All you have to do is just continue to take care of the people around you, take care of yourself, and at least equal measure. Because if you don't take care of yourself, you don't refresh yourself, then it's really hard to take care of anybody else. You're always trying to take care of other people from an empty cup. And there's so much to learn there too, because you don't want to let someone take advantage of you. If somebody was just using you constantly, you have to make sure you set boundaries and help people understand that it's not okay, that if there's no equal exchange of energy there. And that's something that there was a problem that I had in the past, where I wasn't vocal or assertive in making sure that I wasn't getting used too much. Because if you're very empathic, you're always trying to put yourself out there and heal everybody's wounds. You're not really taking care of your own inner wounds that you need to really look at and take care of. And when you heal your own wounds, you stop trying to uh you just let it come to you when it's needed, right? And you don't judge. There's no reason to be right or wrong, and there's no reason to judge where someone else is at, because I mean, how can you even judge where you're at? So, and that's why, for a long time I built those state of reality videos, because at the core essence, you want to be able to get to the understanding that everybody's just in a state of growth. You can't really, don't try to judge what somebody else is going through versus what you're going through, because that when you look at the whole, you're just, the ego kind of melts away, and you just realize that everything is moving from darkness to light. And when you look at it that way, there is no good and evil, right? when you're looking at something and saying, oh, this is evil, it pulls you in a state of conflict and like, this is bad. And nothing is bad. It's all a learning experience, and it's all, everyone is moving from one point to another. So, I taught about that previously, when it comes to like, energetic exchanges, right? You're always in an exchange of energy. And when enough of the human race understands that we're all just one, and there is no difference between helping your neighbor and helping your brother or your daughter or your son, then the idea of money will go away. But who knows how long that will take? And money's there for a reason, right? Money is here as, it was used as a means of control, obviously. So some people can siphon all the energy and keep it to themselves. And that's what we're kind of seeing, right? That breakdown when more and more people stop moving away and following their heart instead of, and realizing that their relationships are more important than the money itself. Then you see the outside structures where a small percentage of people are holding all of that energy. It starts to kind of crumble and break down. We're living in a really interesting time right now when you think about it. So, for the time being, money is important. Don't ever let anybody tell you that, oh, you shouldn't do this for money or whatever. It's like, that's not, it's not an abundant mindset, right? The more that you're able to pull, attract towards you, the more you can let your intuition guide you as to where it needs to be applied, and then that you need the discernment, right? You need to have that understanding that giving money to everybody that might look like they need money might not be the best thing for them, right? Teach them to fish. Don't just give them fish. That makes sense. So why not just do a drawing, right? I haven't done a drawing in a while. Let's do a drawing. Let's get the cards out. Hope you guys are having a wonderful week. Love people unconditionally. And it gets a lot easier to understand that if everybody's moving from a point of darkness to light, to don't hold resentment towards anybody. There's no reason to be upset with anybody, for whatever somebody does, but make sure that you're, telling people what you expect, because, if you have worth, you have a lot of self-worth, and there's no reason to let people just run you over, right? And if you need to walk away, but let them know why you walked away. Say, hey, look, I don't know what was going on there. I'm not sure where you're at, but my door is always open if you want to reach out and let me know what was going on there. And I've done that in a lot of ways to a lot of different people. Because a lot of times people don't understand why you walked away or why you're not talking to them. But communication is really important, right? Always communicate your needs and why you walked away, right? Or why you are who you are or what you're doing. Communication is excellent. Communication in the body is everything. Hangman for Hangman, 6 cups. So there's some enlightenment and love exchanges. So there's a lot changing here, right? There's some deeper understanding. Somebody's come to some deeper understanding, and let this message resonate with you or not resonate with you. There's some deeper understandings being made and some wonderful messages, right? In Six of Cups, it's just somebody offering messages of love and emotions being shared. And then people falling out of, I had the Four of Cups in reverse. So it's kind of walking away from an offers that you see there may not see, and then walking away from maybe some poor emotional states. Let's get some more. On the Six of Cups or the Eight of Cups. I know my cards put away. I was on the road. So like just going to different places. Teamwork. So leaving an old emotional state for teamwork. That's pretty good, right? And the Empress. Contentment. This is a really good draw, right? Because I mean, you're always, if you got this in an upright, it means that you're coming to an enlightened state. Or the Hangman in reverse, right? He's enlightened. He's in in this state. Usually, you're kind of the sacrificial lamb, but you're also enlightened. In this state, you're enlightened, but you're kind of standing on end. I'll have to look that one up. I can't remember what the Hangman in the reverse is, right? What is the Hangman in the reverse? Don't mind, I'll look it up. Stalling a decision or action. So you're stalling a decision or action. You may think you're waiting until you feel 100% ready. So which direction to go? But then the following two cards is here. So that's not necessarily bad, right? But then walking away from old core emotional states into teamwork and contentment. So everything is always working out for your greatest good. And sometimes it's important to not make a decision, right? If you feel like you're getting pulled in two directions and you're not sure exactly which way to go, then the best way is to get into the hangman position and make sure that you're just take some quiet reflection. Always do that. If you're never sure which way to go, sometimes it's best not to make a decision, right? Not making a decision can be as important as making a decision. Sometimes, that there's a lot of people that preach this and say, hey, look, make sure you're, just take action no matter what. But that isn't necessarily for your highest good sometimes, because by constantly taking action and staying busy, you're not dealing with deeper things that you need to deal with. And by just taking the time to reflect and not necessarily even going on vacation, but just taking time to reflect and be by yourself and coming to a deeper state of, where is my heart leading me? Don't try not to make a decision on what logic would tell you is the best thing, because just like the woman at Costco, that I talked about in my last video, logic would say to try and coax her into using the kiosk first. But because I just stood back and just let the situation evolve organically, she got her pizza faster than she would have got it if I tried to get her to use the kiosk. Because even if I tried to get her to use the kiosk, she wouldn't have gone up front. And the woman who is serving wouldn't have seen that she kind of needed a special need. She would have made her wait. So by me not doing something actually helped her more than if I would have tried to control what she was doing, if that makes sense. So always never try to control a situation. Always just offer your help. And sometimes it's just in you're being put there just so you can observe and see what happens so you can learn a lesson. So I hope that was really good for you guys today. It was good for me. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.